Maskwera sei muri Zimbabwe. Welcome to our channel apa tinokupa ina udzinenge tsitika matema nenyika yedu yeZimbabwe. Tichingoti kana kari kutanga kukuya pane ino channel, please don't forget to subscribe. Kana uchinge wagara wakasubscribe, but don't forget to comment and share this video. Tinauya takuigirai muzuva ranhasi nawo Valerio Sibanda. Valerio Sibanda uyo retired army commander, the first commander of the defense forces from the Zebra side. He's been robbed in Hondo ya Vice President Chiwenga na Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa. Azvinomira mushe Zanu PF iri kunzi iri kushaya munhu anosucceda President Emerson Mnangagwa. Zviri kunzi mune Hondo YaChiwenga vari kunzi ndo vanokwanisa kusucceda Mnangagwa, but vamwe vari kutora vachiti aiwa hazviite vaChiwenga vakwanise kusucceda Mnangagwa without going to the Congress. Chirava pane vamwe varipo vari kunzi they can suit the position president kana vachinge vabva. Zvakare pane nhau iri kunzi vaMnangagwa vanofanira kutonga beyond 2028, nhau iri kupikisanwa nayo the vice president wenyika aripo. So pari kunzi there is a plan iripo yekubvisa vice president Chiwenga vachireplacwa na Valerio Sibanda kana kuda kwashe tagwirei. Ndofunga Dr. Rugare Gumbo wakabuda vachipa hint on this kuti zvinogona kungoitika. Ndofunga takaona Valerio Sibanda akamboda kuiswa mupolitburo panga ari the army commander. Zvinova zvisina kuzobudirira mushure mekunge pakabuda nhau dzekuti he was serving a mission UN and ane mari dzaipiwa neUN, so aisakwanisa kuseva the army pamwe chete nebato reZanu PF. But now zviri kunzi he is now ready and anokwanisa kupinda mubato reZanu PF, and ari kunzi he is the right candidate to succeed vaMnangagwa. Rugare Gumbo akabuda achitaura achiti Valerio Sibanda is the most disciplined military figure I've ever known in the history of Zimbabwe's defense forces. He rose to become the first commander of the defense forces from the Zebra side. His ascension to the highest office in the land as ED's successor is inevitable. Ndozvakataurwa naRugare Gumbo muri Zimbabwe, achitaura achiti Rugare Gumbo can become a better leader muri Zimbabwe than Chiwenga. Hazvina kumira mushe. Pakanga pane makunga ekuti Sibanda vaifanira kureplace Mohadi nekuda kwehealth yavo, but now pakubuda dzimwe nyaya dzekuti he can become a successor waMnangagwa. Hazvinomira mushe. Rugare Gumbo akuratidza kuti haasi kudivi raChiwenga. Akabuda zvakare achipa warning kuna Chiwenga achiti he should exercise caution and restrain kana achidhila naMnangagwa muri Zimbabwe. Akabuda achitaura achiti Chiwenga should exercise caution and restrain when dealing with Emerson Mnangagwa, considering his experience and strategic thinking. Provocation, whether through words or actions, risks undermining both his personal credibility and the stability of leadership. This is in Zanu PF way. Akabuda achikomenta on nhau yanga yaburitswa naChiwenga muri Zimbabwe, nhau yaifananidza vaMnangagwa namambo eZikaya. Tisingazivi kuti munoiona sei nyaya, tiudzewo zvamuri kufunga mucomment section.
On the 1st of May 2000, I was sitting in Faro Stadium with other youth activists from the MDC. We had recently won 57 seats against Zanu PF 62, with the other one going to an independent. And we were in jovial mood because the MDC had been formed very, very soon, barely, I think about 16 months or so before the election. But the actual Congress went in February 2000, meaning that we went to the Congress whilst already in election mode, in preparation, and we were jovial, happy. We believed that we're going to make it. So as I was sitting in Faro Stadium, I saw my workers, Butter Shoes Company, Dairy Boards, Lions Maid, vachipusha zvingoro zvavo, vachicelebrate, vachidisplay boots dzavo. Then something clicked in my mind. I just thought to myself that these workers who are advertising these products, they are no longer able to buy the products that they are making. They are making shoes for other people, while when they want shoes, vanoenda kubhero. Even the ice cream, the guy making ice cream, he can't buy ice cream for his own child, but anobuda every day akapfeka uniform yekunogadzirwa ice cream. Mwana andoona chingoro mumaraini, vamwe vana vachitengerwa, but the dad can't buy the ice cream that he's making because things were already bad in 2000. You know, I just shed some tears. I started crying because I was so tired about it. Because I had also been a worker then. I had just left the police force and joined the MDC. So yeah, I really knew how painful it was for the workers. So I'm saying this because today is Workers' Day. So it has been a journey, not starting in 2000, but in 1980, when we were still the breadbasket of Africa. We had the largest steelworks in Africa, Zisco Steel. We had a functioning railway system, National Railways of Zimbabwe. Goods would be brought into the country cheaper by railway system. We had a functional air system, Air Zimbabwe. It had been left with 19 aeroplanes, and it's sad to know that as of now, I think we only have 2 or 3, maybe one still active, with the others grounded, if I'm not mistaken. So we were the darling of Africa. We were the youngest nation of Africa, born out of blood shed by the comrades, the war veterans who endured an armed struggle from 1966 to 1980, 14 years, nyika iri pahondo. It was so tearful to see those who had survived the war embracing with their parents. Vana mukoma vangu vakaenda kuhondo vakadzoka. Midzimu yedu yakatirangarira takachengetwa. We were all hopeful because Smith had given us that nation being the second biggest economy in Africa, only second to apartheid South Africa. I remember pane picture ya R.G. Mugabe aina Julius Mwalimu Nyerere vakabatana maoko iri mubhuku rinonzi the Struggle for Zimbabwe. That picture inondibata because of the words that are written down. Ipapo, I might not quote them properly because it's been some time since I read that book. But it was about Zimbabwe being a diamond, because I think he said, you have inherited the jewel of Africa. Please keep it safe. We were a jewel because in terms of agricultural production, we were competing with world powers, whether it was tobacco, whether it was maize, whether it was wheat. We were there, number 1, number 2, number 3. And all the industries were being supported by agricultural production. Vanogadzira fertilizer, vanogadzira ngoro, vanogadzira motikari dzemafarms and stuff like that. Everyone was eating from the land. Employment was being created. Everyone, I remember Inini. Okay, so this is a small story about me, because everything that we speak is not about ourselves, but some examples are necessary. My dad died when I was only 3 years. Saka ndakakurira kwana sekuru. But ndakurira ikoko, ambuya vangu aive munin'ina wambuya anga andiudza, then died in 1985 ndichipedza grade 7. So I did grade 6 and ndichipedza grade 7. I did form 1 partly. Ambuya vari vapenyu ndobva vafa and I couldn't go to school. The next year ndakakwanisa kuwanirwa mari yeform 1 and then form 2. Ndobva ndanyora and then zvikanzi chienda unotsvaga basa. it was still possible kuti ndiwane basa with ZJC in 1988. You could still get a job either as a security guard in ZJC because I had passed. I'm saying this because of the difference that is now there, where degreed people are even failing to get jobs. So despite the early promises, of course, we embarked on a social development program trying to establish new schools. Vanhu vanga vabuda mumakipi vaya vaya vakunogara vakudzokera kuminda yavo and stuff, and vana vaida kuenda kuchikoro vamwe vanga vadzoka. Some of us did work nevanhu kudzidza nevanhu vakanga vabva kuhondo. I think there were 2 guys in our primary school nevanhu ivavo. So you would find that drained on the fiscus. But it was never affected very much, that social development because we were producing. And Maria yaisenzeswa chaizvo chaizvo. Our late president, R.G. Mugabe, became famous because of his State of the Nation address that he would do annually. Vachitaura the performance of each industry, pachibuda mafigures, paitaurwa nyaya dzemari. Mafigures yakakura by such a percentage, ikacontribute so much percentage to GDP yenyika. We would all rush to our TVs to watch our president speaking because he was an orator. Mugabe was an orator, he would speak. So it was an entertaining period for the workers. Maindustry aivhara maFridays, vanhu vove nenguva yekudya mari dzavo because vaitambira weekly, masoja aitambira mid-month nevamwe. I remember semapurisa taitambira month end, so we would borrow each other mari nemasoja and stuff, and we would go enjoying life. It was, you could manage to save money yekutenga ticket rekufly from Harare kuenda ku Victoria Falls. Though pasati pane nyaya dzema cell phones, we still hadn't that in Zimbabwe. We were technologically behind. But it was a fancy time. It was worth it. People would afford kuenda boarding school and stuff like that. Teachers were still up there. Panyaya yekuve vanhu vanozivikana kana kuonekera in society. Maticha, matize mwana wangu ndi teacher mupurisa, they were doing well. They were well paid. Immediately after independence, vanhu vaitambira, masoja were in the upper echelons the society. Food chain yesociety, masoja anga ariko kumusoro kune mapurisa ikoko, haiwa taitoverengwawo chaizvo chaizvo nemanesi. But we lost the compass along the way, where we promised so much without even developing the mining industry to the extent that it has now developed. Makorokoza aiva achisungwa when gold panning started, because mabasa anga achiri kuwanika, although things zvaakuita se zvaakuoma. When gold panning started, vanhu vaitombosungwa zvekudaro, kwete zvakuitika izvino. They've given up. Kufighter gold panning, they've given up. Ndosaka vakazongoti alright, masmall producers, yeah, small miners edu, small indigenous miners, zvavanofanira kungoita chicertificate chekuratidza kuti tinouya. But basically the environmental degradation that is being caused by the uncontrolled gold panning and other minerals panning is just going to haunt this nation in the future. It's going to haunt us years when we are long gone. But this has been caused by unemployment. Look here. A nation with over 60% of the world's lithium deposits must be a powerhouse economically if the leaders are focused on developing the nation. We have got over 13 million tons of gold that are hidden in Zimbabwe since that last report that I saw said about it. We have got platinum We have got lithium. If we are saying we are diverting from agriculture so that our economy is now centered in mining, then we need to bring proper mining procedures that create potential employment and support other industries that are related to mining. Mining can absorb a lot of people because it's labor intensive. So you'd find you need my shifts and production. I find out say kumira. But that has failed because people are diverting the gold that they are getting. It was swindled out of the country, smuggled out of the country. So the government is not benefiting. It has created loopholes that it is now failing to manage. Saka in order kuti vaite kunge zvine simba zviri kuedza kugadziriswa, panombonzaiwa rushwa yabatwa aine gold, like they are trying to do something. Panongotaurwa nyaya yemunhu 1 2 azobatwa aine gold, uyo azobatwa aine gold. But basically, what is the percentage of arrest against those that are sneaking through because of corruption? Could we not have built very nice industries that support mining so that our sons and daughters do work here in Zimbabwe and not go to Botswana to be maids, not go to Durban in South Africa and be victims of xenophobia? Why can't we do the right thing once Zimbabwe? Our leaders, it's only by a pen, stopping that our president can stop anything that he deems this is not right for the development of the nation. But it's unfortunate that the trend of failing to control the systems that they are deemed to be running has cost Zimbabwe since the late 80s when Willowgate scandal surfaced. Because Mugabe did not arrest those that were involved. That's how we declined. People started stealing. They were emboldened that those that committed the Willowgate were not arrested or imprisoned, save for Nyagumbo, who committed suicide or was alleged to have committed suicide. So you find that failure emboldened vana brigadier Karakadzai vakaiswa kuNRZ ikatanga kudona, because kuti muchazoda kuti musunge vanhu maita maexamples evamwe vamusina kusunga, munhu wese anenge angonongedzera kuti kouyo, but then vanhu vemusystem menyu, you end up failing to control them. But pane vanozonzi vafarisawo vazohava vazopfuuridza, ndo vanogona kuzonyurawo sana Mike Chimombe. Fine. But kuti as a nation, if we were serious about controlling corruption, honestly, we have got the capacity. Our police force is renowned across SADC. One of the best police forces, whether it's investigation team, but because the government right now is one of the worst abusers of workers in Zimbabwe. Central government has become one of the worst abusers of their own workers. The very people who keep the engines running, the very people who should be benefiting as being government employees. The largest employer in Zimbabwe is the government. They've got the capacity kuti mupurisa wese, musoja wese, aninani achipinda basa achitanga kunza atanga service yake ye 20 years. Anokwanisa kupuwa loan yekutenga imba, yekutenga motikari. And they back that. As government, they have that capacity. They have got a capacity yekuti, you see this issue yekuti noto akukupai mukano kuti mutenge motikari duty free. The pay that they are giving you cannot make you manage to save for a car. So vanoita kunge vapa. Now what does happen? You end up wakuenda kumunhu ane mari dzake ari kuUK kudiaspora ada kutengera motikari ada kuita sei. You approach him, shamari, iwe uchitora hako motikari mari unayo, ini hurumende yangu yandoshandira haindipe mari yekuti ndikwanise kutenga motikari. Wochindipawo kana ka 1000. kana ka 1,500. That's how vanhu are redeeming maningi maningi loans avo avari kunzi vatori negovernment kunzi tengai motikari but isusu tongokupa duty free hatikubatiri mutero when they know they can't afford that. So it has declined the visibility of government workers on the social scene. Musoja, mupurisa, teacher kana achienda kubasa antori nekaside hustle kanga kakutengesa masweets, kanga kakutengesa huku, antori mahuku akutengesera mashefu ake and stuff like that, and votengerwa vachisupportwa because nemashefu acho anenge autoziva kuti but vafana vaka ma1 havana mari, but iwe yekusapota yacho yekuti vanotenga kwauri futi would then build allegiance kwavari. Say that unopedzisira pamwe usaone kuti but these are part of the challenges that we are having. Because tinokomborana nyaya yepay dzedu kana nyaya yemalive days kana ichi, but they are not handled properly. So the government have taken the poor position to abuse their own workers. This is cascaded to the private sector. Why? Because those same government ministers and staff are now private employers. They've got companies in glue making, they've got companies in trucking, because they destroyed the National Railways of Zimbabwe so that they can take the business that the National Railways of Zimbabwe was taking from their trucking businesses. So they are now holding nyaya trucking. So they employ my workers as the private sector. Private sector ndo kunobhadharwa munhu. Ndo kwatinoziva kunopiwa pension yakanaka, ma-leave days, because une uchinyengererwa anditika kuti ugare pabasa uperform iye anenge achita maprofits. But they are now renowned pakusatobhadhara manje ma-workers. Recently I read one article inenge I can't remember which city, but in their security, whereby a certain guy was not paying very well. I think 120. There's a security guard who was killed. Yeah, he was killed at per premise. But salary yake payakazobuda manje. He was guarding over 31,000, but he was earning $122 per month. That's how pathetic, and it was a senior official, this particular owner. So they have also taken a route in showing how you can abuse workers in Zimbabwe. And that now has been followed by the Chinese. The worst people to follow the Labor Act in Zimbabwe are the Chinese, because they've got money to buy the police, they've got money to buy labor officers and everyone. So mushandi akudzvanyirirwa nekusapiwa pay, vanomirira vacho havachaita basa nemazvo because of the corruption that has engulfed our nation. So today, as you workers celebrate your day, it is a day that we are with you and thinking about the challenges ahead for you as workers of Zimbabwe. Pension haisi kunyatsokusevheka, hapana anything medical aid chaeneri yekutamburira, ana Pazimas vakabirwa mari nana Dube, nana Cuthbert Dube zvikatongopera zvakaita zvakadaro. So we are sympathizing with you. We do understand the terrain that you are traversing right now. Whether you are a security guard, whether uri mushandi wemurestaurant, chef vako havakupe mari yakakwana, but kuti utaura hausi kukwanisa because vanhu varikuda mabasa vakawanda. You are being abused that way. You can't rise up and say anything because urikuda kungonyengerera basa. Unozonzi wakundikana, pamwe wakarambwa nemurume. You are a single mother. You are trying to fight your way up. So unopedzisira waita hang on, pakupedzisira unogona kupedzisira waitwa tempted necorruption nekuba wodzingwa futi basa riya. We are with you today. We really do understand, but the one thing that can overcome any challenges is unity. Let me tell you, indeed Zimbabwe has got problems, but these problems can only be solved by talking as a people. We need to talk for the sake of our workers. for the sake of developing employment in Zimbabwe, so that our brothers and sisters do not run away to South Africa only to face the wrath of xenophobia. The only thing that can solve that is talking. Our leaders need to talk. President Emerson Mnangagwa and Vice President Chiwenga should talk about Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe has shed the highest level of blood of more than any other country in Southern Africa, especially during the liberation struggle and after, during the Gukura Hunde. We need to talk, because kunongedzera vaMnangagwa nekuvanongedzera kune simba kunoratidza kuti vanhu havasi kuda kugamuchira kuti vanhu vataurirane nyika yeZimbabwe iende mberi. It will embolden him. He will keep on protecting himself. Indeed, yes, the Cap 3 has nothing to do with delivery, but it is about protection. But then, if he still feels threatened, obviously, as a man, he has been in this journey for a very long time. He will fight back. But that's going to cost Zimbabwe potential blood again. Why? Zimbabwe, why? Which we don't want or can even afford. Because even zvipatara zvedu zvinotichochema zvichitsvaga blood donations. We are failing to supply blood donations kuvanhu vane vaita ma-accidents mumaroad ane ma-potholes asiri well lit. They go kuzvipatara unoshayiwa ropa. Why would we shed blood? Because of political differences. Because of politicking. Yes, it has been our trade that all elections or political change will always have bloodshed. Man, pamwe kupira ushe wacho, I don't know. I don't even know. When you look at South Africa, how they conduct their elections, how they discuss their differences, it's not taboo to see Julius Malema shaking hands with Ramaphosa. But here in Zimbabwe, when you differ with the system, you no longer need to exist in Zimbabwe. You don't deserve to be alive. Either they buy your allegiance so that you either keep quiet, you either look aside when things are happening that you should be talking about, or you just go quiet. Some can even join them. Get the likes of Kauzani. Kauzani, who went back to Zanu PF, we were cadres, ZMDC from its foundation. Yes, we might differ, but believe you me, we have hardly spoken in inbox, discussing. There is nothing bad about going back to Zanu PF, because you would have seen maybe the future of the country is in the hands of these people, but you now need to justify that to us and make us believe it and make us accept it that this is the right way. This is the truth. So anyway, I have said enough, because I want things to happen for Zimbabwe. So I don't know if I should say Happy Workers' Day, because there is nothing to be happy about. You are burdened by Zvikweret right now. Izvozvi maakufokasa nekudzokera kwana kuchikoro, maakupinda malonzi acho, makambani avo, mashefu acho, mari dzavakakubirai, vakaita money loaning companies. So vanokupai zvikwereti, muchibatirwa mari iya haustruggle kuti mwana aende kuchikoro and stuff, because pay yako haisi kuzombofa yakawedzerwa under this government. They are benefiting a lot from your poverty than they will benefit from a well-paid, well-taken care of civil servant. They can't do that. So anyway, despite everything, we have to thank God for giving us hope, giving us life. So I would like to say to Zimbabweans across the globe, although others are having it better, but they did not go there by design. Either they were political refugees or economic refugees. Those in the diaspora, Happy Workers' Day. Remember about the plight of the people back home. Keep on supporting them. Keep on sending those monies, those world dreamers. They definitely need your help because they are traversing in a land yakarimwa. Vari kufamba makarimwa. Vari kufamba against the current. And if you don't support them, the current will swipe them. Opesera manzonzi ninga akuita drugs, ninga akuita zvakati. Forgive those some of those guys. It's because of the stress they are going through, whether at work, at what, you see things getting wrong, and stuff like that. There is a lot that these guys are going through. So you also need to forgive them, but keep supporting them. And to those that are back home in Zimbabwe, Happy Workers' Day. Keep on helping each other, hang in there. Maybe our leaders will come to their sense so that they can sit down. Ichatongoda ndechekuti varume musaite kuti nyika ibirwe, makapiwa mandate with the people. We don't want to ask right now kuti, but how did you get that? Because it's going to get us back to 2023. But look here, the nation needs to move forward. You guys makabva kuhondo tarai muri kupera kufa. Naturally, we have got to accept it. What legacy would you want to leave behind? Would you want to leave behind a Zanu PF political party that fought so hard to bring Zimbabwe in the hands of the likes of Wikine Uchivayo, Kudakwashe Tagwire, Scotty Sakupanya, Kazembe Kazem? Would you want to do that? Is that what you want to hand over to Zimbabwe to say, we have done our part? This is the party that took you home from Egypt to this Canaan. It traversed and moved so hard to bring you home. This is the party, and these are your leaders as we go back down to Mother Earth, whether naturally or otherwise. Is this what you want, guys? I addressed some time back, a few days ago, and the people in Zanu PF, can you not see that Zanu PF is dying? Because all these functionaries for ED are not formal structures zeZanu PF. Constitution yeZanu PF haina kuamendwa kuti ita accommodate all that. Ndikati, what are you going to do kana mangwana? Vakazembe vakazoita take over. Are they going to be rebranded kuti aiwa ezvinezvi taaniki tachinja tisiri for ED because we now have Kazembe, so it is ama 20 for Kazembe. Teachers for Kazembe. These teachers, it was never necessary. It was just making sure your teachers are well paid, because these ones were kuwana to my bonus of belonging to the to that organization for the purposes of dividing and ruling, which is what is happening. The benefits are minimal. Paunozobuda basa uri kuarmy uri kupolice ndo paunoona kuti guys mahwani. Tinawo mapurisa ari mumu. We talk sometimes now vanhu army. They are scared of leaving the police force because vari kuona kuti kunze kwacho hakuna chekunoita. Let me hang in there because panombowanika mamwe opportunity kecorruption, apo pazowanika ukamuka opportunity kedeal kekuti ashefu azokuchestirawo. Better ndikuita hang in there. But they are scared to leave work. So anyway, we hope for the best. We pray for the best. We pray for life. Enjoy your Workers' Day, Zimbabwean workers and global workers. May the Lord keep you safe. Thank you, Honorable Katai.